You know, as a fan of bullet hell shooters, sometimes I have to just sit back and thank the gaming gods for the Steam service. I found some absolute gems while searching through its bullet hell tag, and that's exactly how I found out about today's serving of frantic, twitchy goodness. Danmaku Unlimited 2 was developed by Dragon Games, which, based on what I found, is made up of just one guy. A guy who clearly has a deep-rooted love for the bullet hell genre, because this game is damn close to being a masterpiece. Starting off with the inclusion of two wildly different ways to play it. Burst mode has you filling a gauge that allows you to go into a trance mode. In this mode, your bullets are crazy powerful and spread to both sides of the screen, but this does nothing to incoming fire. Now, classic mode, which happens to be my personal favorite, takes away the trance mode and instead lets you slow down your movement speed and focus your shots, much like Crimson Clover. If the gameplay footage hasn't tipped you off already, this game is clearly for hardcore fans who just want to sit down to some challenging bullet dodging gameplay without all the fluff. And that same theme is carried over to almost every aspect of this gem. It seems to me like the creator focused solely on making the game fun and functional, and didn't bother with anything that wouldn't directly affect the shooting experience. And you know what? It worked. Bullet patterns and DU are masterfully designed and manage to walk that small space between filling the screen and staying dodgeable, a trait that most developers seem to have forgotten about. Games like Gigawing and Mars Matrix, while fun as hell, kinda leave me wanting in the bullet dodging department. And this is mostly due to the inclusion of a mechanic that lets you absorb enemy bullets. With such a mechanic, I'm left wondering if an incoming pattern can be dodged or if I'll need to absorb my way through it. Without this mechanic, Danmaku Unlimited 2 delivers a really fair and really balanced challenge. A keen eye for complementary colors and a superb design keeps enemy shots from blending into the neon light show that your monitor is going to become, and a button dedicated to slowing down your ship and making your shots track nearby enemies all make this one hell of an experience. As I'm sure you've already noticed, the art style is insanely original as well. Instead of using that classic look of sharp pixels, DU hits more of a dystopian cyberpunk design, with a heavy dose of neon particle effects, of course. This game's dual gameplay modes and beautiful look are more than enough reasons to get excited, but if we're gonna talk about interesting features, DU's soundtrack easily takes center stage. You know how most bullet hell games have a pretty recognizable music style? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? That electronic, fast-paced, upbeat, synthy, Japanese sound? Well, instead of that, DU opted for a soundtrack made up of techno-backed gent metal. That's right, literally the most obscure form of experimental heavy metal out there. Instead of conjuring up melodies akin to AKB48 or Perfume, this game sounds more like Meshuggah meets The Algorithm, and I fucking love it. For those of you failing to grasp how cool this is, let me make a little comparison. Most bullet hell shooters sound a little something like this. The second Danmaku Unlimited, however, sounds like this. Now, I don't know what made this game's creator decide to appeal to the smallest crowd possible, but I'm damn glad he did. And just in case you're having a hard time picking up on it, Danmaku Unlimited 2 is amazing. Its tight controls, insane bullet waves, beautiful design, and kick-ass soundtrack puts it leaps and bounds above your typical indie-developed Danmaku-style shooter. And that's not even to mention the measly $5 you'll have to shell out to get it on Steam. All of these factors combined makes this game an absolute recommendation, and secures its perfect score of 5 out of 5 bullets. Hey guys, thanks for checking out another episode of Bullet Hell Heaven. Now I plan on working on these a little more frequently, so get ready for a boatload of kick-ass shooters in the future. But since this isn't the future, you can make do with a couple of my previous videos right here. And if you fancy other types of games, slam that subscribe button and check out some of my non-bullet hell reviews. That is, unless you're a chicken. You're not a chicken, are you? No, I didn't think so.